All right, everyone, welcome tonight. NGS Season 9. We are in Week 5. We're going to Division B East for Tricky Gooses versus Die for Vision. We have their records up on the screen as well. We're going first map here, picked by the Gooses, is going to be Cursed Hollow, with having Battlefield of Eternity and Volskaya banned out, Die for Vision banning Tomb and Dragonshire. So we're going to get right into it for Game 1, B East. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Should be a fun matchup.
Cursed Hollow.
And like I said, with Tricky Gooses picking the map, Die for Vision won the coin toss, so they chose first pick. And we'll see how it works out for them. If they have something tricky to take on the Tricky Gooses, we will find out. Tricky Goose is currently in the number 2 seed of Division B East, whereas I believe Die for Vision is in the 7th seed currently. We're going to take the whole ban phase early to say, let's get rid of Greymane. Zool banned out very quickly on the side of Tricky Gooses. So camp clearing, lane clearers prioritized early, it looks like. Moving over for our next ban here for Die for Vision. Are we sticking with, well, yeah. If we're talking lane clearers and camp takers, there's another one off the board here. Rhaegar banned out for Tricky Goose's Bloodlust, very popular these days. And here's the first pick that Die for Vision wanted. You get to see what they do with it here for Cursed Hollow. If we are, ooh, ETC, a popular pick from Tricky Gooses as well. So banning some priority heroes and then taking a hero with your first pick from the opposing team, not a bad idea. I like the start there from Die for Vision. Moving over for Tricky Goose's first 2 picks, we're going Samuru and Abathur. So losing, some heavy lane clearers and camp takers. Tricky Goose says, let's take the tricky lane clearer here with some Muru Abathur. Now back to Die for Vision, how they wrap this up. I gotta turn off some some Discord notifications, look like. Anduin and Rainer picked up. Solid choices as well. So you have your tank, healer, auto attacker on the side of Die for Vision. What's the ban here for Tricky Gooses? Is it going to be another lane clearer, a mage? Every mage still available right now. And there you go. No Li Ming tonight. The side of Die for Vision here. How they decide to say what else would go good with Samuru Abathur and what can we get rid of. And there's Johanna. Very popular tank right now, so she's off the board. I wonder if we're going to see, well, there's Uther from Duck. Of course, we could still swap picks towards the end of the draft here, but Uther being shown, and Sylvanas. Again, very popular right now. She can just shut down those tower changes real easy. The Lost Vikings and Asmodan. So Die for Vision banning some lane clearers and then taking, towards the end of their draft, two serious XP soakers and lane clearers in the Lost Vikings and Asmodan. Wow. To try and, I guess, keep up with Samuro Abathur. How do we close this out here with Gooses? Lunara. So, all right. So no, well, I know I'm gonna say no main tank on the side of Tricky Goosers. I know Uther has a tank build that some people seem to like. So we'll see how that goes and works against the Lost Vikings. Will the Vikings be too tricky for the Tricky Gooses, or will the Samuro Abathur main tank Uther come out top? Let's go. And we're right into the game here. So on the side of Tricky Gooses, it's going to be Carpe Diem on the Abathur, Nanani on Samuro, Birdie on Sylvanas, Wise on Lunara, and there's Duck hanging back on
Battle
Uther.
begins.
On the side of Die for
Commence.
Vision, we have Darker Black on Asmodan, Michael on ETC,
5,
Shamhat
4,
on Anduin,
3,
Sulfide
2,
on Raynor,
1.
and Atlas handling all three Lost Vikings. So interesting, just grabbing Vision, some Sylvanas going mid, doesn't find any. Sam's going top. We got a four-man top. There's the pings to say, hey, something's going on up here. We are going Hammer of Lightbringer request at 1 for the Uther. Asmodan going Greed, Prog Rock for ETC, so we're looking for some quests early. We'll see what we can do here. So Wise had to rotate up as well, or Birdie rather, to help deal with the four-man push with the Asmodan. Meanwhile, Samuru with the Abahat trying to do damage against two Vikings spot. One Viking in the mid, Abba in the mid. But this is where the action is. As in the top lane, ooh, very low is Sulfide. The pull was there onto ETC. And he's just going to back out. Already have popped his E. Another big dunk there from Asmodan. Already at 16 stacks now. And it looks like, are we peeling off? No, the sieging continues in the top lane for Die for Vision, having a slight XP lead. Lunara has left to try and start the siege camp on their side. Oh, there's the stun. Birdie able to escape with the Haunting Wave. After ETC took a lot of tower damage, looks like he's gonna get a heal and tap just to be safe. So far, oh, there it is. One tower down for Die for Vision. They've picked up level 4. Looks like Raynor going with the extra heal. Or the armor, excuse me, with the cooldown on the heal, not an extra heal. Wall gone, and they're going to work, I mean, Die for Vision just committing to the top lane. There's the slide, there's the root, and there's the dead Uther. Sylvanas is low. She's getting the dead man heals here from Uther. And then the root does hit. A lot of damage onto that ETC again. Balrog and when the off lane goes down. Now a lot of heroes already tapped here for Die for Vision early. So taps are down now for all 4 members. As the first tribute is spawning in the top lane where Die for Vision is doing their damage. Are you giving? Can you stop this? Ooh, Uther in deep, gets the stun on the ETC. Abahat on Luna. Sylvanas has arrived. Eric, another Viking, has fallen. Can they get this? Asmodan and Anduin have the poke. As ETC got nice and healed up there from Anduin. Root's gonna miss. Focusing ETC. The pull is there. The heal is there as well. So it's 3-on-4 well, with the Abba hat, but Samuro's all by his lonesome. Level 7's picked up for Die for Vision. They have the lead. They have the talent advantage. But do they scout this? Anduin has left. So level 7's now being picked up for the Tricky Gooses. Cleanse being grabbed by Uther. A lot of focus on ETC. Anduin has arrived, hitting an Avamine for his troubles. And it looks like Die for Vision will capture the first tribute after a long battle. And now a fort in the top lane, still being pressured by 4 members of Die for Vision. Birdie's under 200 health. I mean, one orb from one dunk could spell the end for Sylvanas. And now Lunarlo dodges at 50 health. They gotta back up real hard as the first fort has fallen. Say that 3 times fast. Samuro was able to steal a siege camp. I missed that, and it did get a tower, taking some time to clean up. And he has also grabbed the tower at the fort wall as well as at the keep wall thanks to the siege giants. Uther killed again in the mid lane as Die for Vision was rotating. Syl and Lunara trying to capture the bruiser. Will they? Yes, they will, just in time. But second tribute already captured as well. So they're just going to have to back out and try and push elsewhere. Here's Eric grabbing Vision away from the Gooses. Ooh, Wise though, spots it. She's going to poke away. Will we get him? No, she's going to leave him alone. She's got bigger, more important things to do, like take that siege camp and take the Vision back. So now in the mid, level 10s have been picked up for Die for Vision, so they have a nice big advantage. Well, right around the corner for Tricky Gooses. Both teams at level 10 now. We're going to see Hyperion, Mosh Pit, Demonic Invasion used right there, actually. Play again, Anduin holding on to his ult right now. Then on the side of Tricky Gooses, we're going to see Divine Storm, Leaping Strike, Wailing Arrow, Illusion Master, Abathur hanging on to his. There's the double stun onto ETC. There's the silence to follow it up. A lot of, or 2 ults used, and those are 2 ults that could stop a Mosh. That's going to happen right now. Catch 3 members. That's a dead Lunara. Light Bomb goes out to add to it. Sylvanas falls. ETC falls. And then Olaf falls to minions, it looks like. But Vikings just grab the curse.
You shall know my curse.
Wow. So ETC dying, we're trading 1 for 2, while the curse happens for, in favor of, Die for Vision. Still 3 members pushing mid. Oh, what a scout there from Raynor. Seeing Uther in the bush below. Eric falls to Samuru. As Asmodan is still just dunking away. ETC has returned. Mosh is still down. Only ult really available is Illusion Master and Play Again right now. And the dunks are hitting hard. There's a power slide in. Demonic Invasion as well. Sylvanas will fall. Light Bomb misses. Here comes Samuru. Raynor's still peppering away. We did go Evolve Monstrosity, so that's in the bot lane. Oh, a big Divine Storm here. But the power slide away stops Samuro's flank. So what a push there. Or well, really just or push held back there by the Gooses, only losing their front fort wall. Bot fort still intact. Evolved Monstrosity was down there doing a lot of work. So level 13 now for Diver Vision. I'm unsure. Oh, are we going to go boss? Is that how we're going to try and get back into it here? I was just going to say, how does Tricky Gooses kind of get back into this after having just their forts being pushed in and just out macroed? Here's the scout from Eric, but he's just going to have to scoot away. He can't do anything on his lonesome, but Bruiser Camp was picked up, and now Boss being picked up for Die for Vision as well to try and equal out that pushing pressure. And there it is. So just who can out macro who right now? Uther has completed his quest, so he's got some cooldown on his hammer. Try and throw out more stuns. It looks like, yeah, that's 4 members in the top lane with the boss are going to try and push here. They have all their ults available on Die for Vision. Oh, but first they want to try and steal a siege camp to go with it. I mean, you make quick work of it when you're 4 people taking it together. Ults are available. There's Demonic Invasion. There's Hyperion. There's Divine Storm from Uther. ETC has slid in, capturing 2 members, Lunara and Sylvanas. Light Bomb comes out. It's going to hit onto Samuru. Able to escape. Excuse me. And then this keep will fall. Top keep down. Level 16's available for Die for Vision. But rooted is Samuru. Their boss finally cleaned up. There's another stun onto ETC, trying to push the members back here. Sylvanas finally responding with Lunara, so here comes the damage. Hype is right, Wraithling. This is quite the game right now. Another tribute did spawn, picked up by Die for Vision, of course. Just the 4-man of Die for Vision just pressuring Tricky Gooses so much that they just cannot get to a tribute. Can they take this quick enough? Bruiser Camp try to still get to tribute, or are they gonna give another tribute? This is Division B East, correct? It's a pretty weird game right now, but it is fun right now. Looks like the rotation bot just to get cannot get the speedy Viking kill, and we're gonna capture another tribute for Die for Vision, as the Bruiser Camp is now in the mid for the Gooses. 2-level lead for Die for Vision, trying to soak 16 is the Gooses. We have Evolved Monstrosity in the top, about to fall to 2 Vikings, and they do take it out. There it goes. Tribute in the bot, 4 Tricky Gooses. TLV Cursed Hollow meta confirmed. I mean, when you're playing it as well as Atlas is, or really the 4-man of Anduin, Atsumo, ETC, Rayners doing work, they're going to grab a siege camp real quick before this tribute spawns to fill the lane some more. Is this game free to play? Heroes of the Storm? Yes, it absolutely is free to play. And the poke is on. Level 16s have been picked up for Tricky Gooses to try and evil the talent field here. But Samuru on the backside, ults available. Demonic Invasion used, ETC deleted. Oh, there's the Divine Storm onto 2 members. Hyperion used, Anduin will fall. Sylvanas is chasing. The silence comes out, kills Azmodan. Nanani as Samuru is hacking away on Rayner. Can he get there? Yes! A 4-man wipe. Finally, the fight that Tricky Gooses wanted. Meanwhile, Core being pressured by one minion wave and the Vikings. So you get a four-man wipe, you get your first tribute there. Meanwhile, you're being pressured, but still some shield on the core, so that's going to regenerate. Camp's going to be taken here by two Vikings, and now it's a three-man push on the side of Tricky Gooses. Sylvanas with the black arrows paralyzes the keep, and they get it, and they get out. Siege Camp was stolen on the side of Tricky Gooses by Die for Vision. And Tribute spawning. If Die for Vision gets this, this will be a curse, and you're down. You're already down a keep. You already have Vikings pressuring. There's the storm. There goes, I believe that was Eric. Samuru trying to hold. There's the Abathur hat onto Samuru, hiding in the bushes, ready to pop out at a moment's notice as Sylvanas Uther arrive. Lunara coming from the top. Slide route immediately. Here comes Asmodan with a demonic invasion. Leaping strikes were used. Level 20s here though for, we have death metal for ETC. Light bomb misses. A lot of pressure onto this Uther right now. Hyperion has used. Balog falls. The Nani trying to get out of the Hyperion. There's the stun, and there's another dead Uther. Will they get this curse? No, just in time. Samuru with the one slice of his sword. Ooh, very low. Dunk. Misses. Lunara and Sylvanas getting low now without their healer. Vikings chasing them down. Can they escape? 150 health. Lunara escapes. And there's your curse. Just trying to buy as much time as they could. All members are hearthing on the side of Tricky Gooses to try and defend this. Second keep down, and you're cursed. There's the slide in. Death Metal is available for ETC if he dies and catches one or two members. There's the pull. Vikings working down. There's Balog falls again. Eric falls. We do have play again not available. Level 20 is now picked up. There's the slide by ETC. Doesn't catch anyone as they trying to get this Asmodan dead. Light bomb misses again. That's big. Another ult out of the way. Uther has respawned, trying to clear up top. They did take some damage to their core. Oh, here's Samuru versus Eric. And do they hold it off? They do, and they immediately say get in boss position here.
Enough. The curse is over.
So there you go, losing bot fort. Finally, both teams are going for their respective bosses. Just to go over the level 20s real quick, since it happened, you know, in that fight, we're gonna see three blade style from Samuru, Hive Mind for Abathur, Bolt of the Storm, Boundless Stride, and Divine Hurricane on the side of Die for Vision, Glyph of Faith, Fury of the Storm, Siegebreaker, Death Metal, and Execute. There's play again used. Transport all the Vikings to the top lane with their boss. Meanwhile, the boss for Tricky Gooses is going to be pushing the bot lane where there is no keep. So if they can survive this, they get a win here. Eric falls quickly. There's the big Divine Storm, the pull from Asmal. The silence kills ETC. Death Metal does catch Lunara. Do they see it? Unstoppable used, but it's too late. The Death Metal getting one. So a 1-for-1 trade there. Boss is on core. Hyperion has been used. Trying to kill Raynor. Happens. The boss still doing so much damage. Light bomb hits, and that's going to be GG. Die for Vision taking game one. What a game one. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. That one fight, that one tribute won by Tricky Gooses was all they could get, and then getting the ETC kill was big at the end there, but the surprise death metal caught Lunara, and they were able to capitalize on it. Couldn't get the cleanse quick enough. Looks like Nanani and Carpe Diem did not die at all, trying to soak as best they could, but there you go. The soak from Samur and Abathur equaling right here the soak of Lost Vikings. So Lost Vikings able to just keep up with what Abba Sam was doing. What game, Asmo only dying once at that big team fight in the bot, same as Anduin, so it ends up being 9-9 in kills. Let's update some statistics here, shall we? With game one going to Die for Vision. And these records you see are games, not matches. Tricky Gooses still has yet to lose a match. Silver, you got the DFV tax, Tricky. So Tricky Gooses has yet to lose a match, but they've lost 3 games and they've picked the map. So let me just inform the teams. As I make the next game here and update the score. So the map is being picked by Tricky Gooses, and we're going to Towers of Doom. Crafty Trent, that was a close one. That was a pretty close one. Towards the end, the Tricky Goose's boss was even whacking away on the core, but when you're level 21, it's just too much at that point. The boss. And there we go. Sent out. So what a thrilling game one here. And it looks like both teams joining pretty quickly. So they want to figure out who's going to win this game. Both teams eager. So again, thanks everyone for coming. Um, if you haven't, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe only if you feel necessary. I'm casting a lot of NGS games. I've got my next one on Saturday. Maybe I'll pick one up tomorrow. Kind of depends. But it looks like both teams are in the lobby. So, and like I said, uh, Tricky Gooses did pick the map. So first pick we'll go over again to Die for Vision. Wonder if that's wise. Wonder if we're gonna see some new bands come out. As we're just waiting, there's one ready. Waiting on the next here as we get ready for game two. Again, Towers of Doom. My favorite map, so shout out to the Gooses. And oh, look at that. We are ready. So let's start game two and see who's going to come away with this thing. Or force a game 3 from Tricky Gooses. Very interested to see the bands. Um, of course, lane control and tower control is very important on this map. So if we're going to see some more Vikings, so we can force team fights, or we're going to see a Viking ban, an Asmodean ban. Asmo dunks were hitting pretty hard towards the end of that game. Greymane banned out. Zool banned out. So same bans so far from game one. And if we stick with the bans, we'll see a Falstad ban like we saw in game one, or we're going to switch it up. ETC. So again, Die for Vision has first pick last game as well, and they picked ETC, so they must be thinking something different now, banning him, because knowing that Tricky Gooses would probably pick him up. So let's see how Gooses respond. Mal'Ganis banned out. So with ETC being banned by Die for Vision, what's their new strategy now? Leoric. Will we see an incoming Leoric just double soaking while there's 4-man bot? I mean, there's 4-man top last game for Die for Vision. It seemed to work pretty well. Try and get the response here from Tricky Gooses. Johanna and Anduin stealing the healer from Die for Vision. How will Die for Vision manage that now? Let's see here. It's taken all the way with Diablo and Sylvanas. So Sylvanas said, hey, take our Anduin, we'll take your Sylvanas. Diablo picked up by Atlas. Moving over, will we see a healer ban? Has the Gooses been scouting to see which healers they like to play, which ones to ban out, or is there something else in their mind? Rhaegar banned again, also banned in game one. And Malthael banned out. Seeing those two beefy frontliners, not a bad decision. Next to pick for Tricky Gooses. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Tychus, or maybe even potentially a Maev here. We're going Imperius and Zul'jin. So make way for the bad guy, says Nanani. And we'll see how the team gets rounded out here for Die for Vision. Still looking for a healer. How do they compensate for not having Anduin? They go with Orphea and Stukov. Well, there you go. There's your mage. There's your healer. Will we see a mage here from Birdie? Again, Kael'thas still available, as well as Li Ming. The two probably most popular mages right now. And no, okay. We're going with Dehaka. We're going with double bruiser, tank, assassin, healer on the side of Tricky Gooses. Of course, the global will be useful here to get around, grab those altars, keep up with the soak. So let's see if it pays off. Will Tricky Gooses, let me know in the chat, will Tricky Gooses force a game 3? Or is Die for Vision going to dominate the undefeated Gooses? Let's find out. And we are back in it. On the side of Tricky Gooses, Carpe Diem on Anduin, Birdie on Imperius, Wise on Dahaka, Duck on the Johanna, Nanani on Zul'jin. Going to the other side for Die for Vision, Shemhat or Shemhat on Stukov, Sulfide on Orthia, Michael on Leoric, Atlas Diablo, and Darker Black on Sylvanas.
Let the battle begin.
Looking at quests early, we do have the Hold Your Ground from Johanna to get the reduction on her Iron Skin. We are looking for Enhanced Agility from Dahaka. We are going, looks like we might see Q build from Zul'jin as opposed to Headhunter. And Leo and Dahaka head straight to the top. And here's the rotation. Catching the root there, coming through the bushes. Getting some free stacks is Nanani. So we now have 4 bot. Dahaka is mid, but the wall stun was there. Stasis used very early, which just lets Stukov set up his silence. And that's a very early first blood there, just a minute in. As they take their own siege camp, the Tricky Gooses, and it looks like Die for Vision will do the same thing. There you go. There's one camp. And here's the other camp. Leoric now mid, dealing with Imperius. Dahaka top, hanging out by his lonesome. Zul'jin trying to do as much damage as he can, but not a lot of burst out of Zul'jin, really. Oh, there's the stun. There's the ability used by Zul'jin to lose out the Amani Rage, that's what it's called, to get the kill on Diablo. After that Imperius stun, level 4 is being picked up for both teams. Looks like Sappers do no damage on either side, just met in the middle, cleaned up respectively. Leoric clearing mid, Orphea now coming back down to join the team. Diablo has respawned. Diablo really looking like he wants to grab that Zul'jin, just playing it very close. Is Nanani. 3 altars at the first phase, 1 in the mid, 2 in the top. And it looks like Roy's setting up. Gotta watch out for those walls. As Diablo gets another wall stun. Oh, another stun onto Diablo. Zul'jin trying to do as much damage as he can. Imperius kind of slowed into silence there. The root is not online yet for Stukov. Ooh, but that root is online to stop Diablo. Very low. Iron Skin used immediately. The sticker is there. Another stun and Diablo goes down. The spear from Imperius. Both teams trade altars, and now we're poking. And note, we just had to pull off as we see the rotation was being made, and you're down a main tank. Birdie coming in hot with the spear, chasing the, flanking the Diablo.
I am Lord of this realm, and it will not be stolen from me.
Trying to work down these tower walls is Zul'jin, but Diablo has arrived. They're just going to pull back. Both teams at level 7 now. It's going to be Dahaka and Leoric in the mid lane. Siege camp being picked up for Tricky Gooses, who immediate Iron Skin pop as soon as Johanna accidentally just kind of found Diablo in a bush there. And both teams pick up their siege camp. Leoric on top to deal with Dahaka. So it looks like the double soak is real from Dahaka and Leoric. Well, no, Imperius is, no. It looks like he's going to go. There's another stun. Silence is out. Root onto Diablo. Duck is in there deep. Pops his Iron Skin. A very low Diablo. Just trying to clear up these sappers right now. Trying to watch out for the walls there. Big, oh, the expanding silence from Stukov, the growing infestation. Now with one altar spawning in the mid, will Dahaka and Leoric show up to the fight? Dr. Evil rooting on the Gooses. Thanks for coming. Ooh, there's a stun. Another stun. Root onto Stukov. Able to get away with that big silence down in the bushes. Darker Black capturing. Can we stop it? Well, gee, that'll stop it. A spear right to Sylvanas' face. Will Atlas pay for it? He will. Or no, excuse me, Atlas falling. But now Duck falls. Ooh, stun misses there onto Orphea. Pulling back is wise. Here comes Leoric on the flank. Sylvanas diving back in, but she's very low on mana. Gets the heal. A lot of damage onto Dahaka. Gets the burrow. Does he have a heal? He does not. And the members of Tricky Gooses just going to have to pull back here, it looks like. And concede. Let the game even up in core health, 32 to 32. As looks like we're going to get a big hearth here from Die for Vision. Leoric still doing his best to keep up with the double soak. Level 10s around the corner for both teams. We're at 87 soul stones here for Diablo. 4 out of 10 for Dahaka's agility. We're at 13 out of, I believe this number will be 30 when it's completed. But level 10's being picked up now. Bless Shield, Light Bomb, Adaption, Angelic Armaments. Zul'jin holding on to his. You just picked up a bunch of stuns. I wonder if we see Guillotine here. No, we are going to see Tazdingo. On the other side, we're going to see Massive Shove, Eternal Feast, Apocalypse, Entomb, Wailing Arrow. So if we get a Entomb, Apocalypse, Eternal Feast hitting onto multiple members of Gooses, that could be it. Ooh, going in, but the camp is already picked up. Wailing Arrow was used. Silence also out from Stukov. A lot of damage onto that Johanna, who already used her Iron Skin. She's so low, and then she falls. Quest completed for Diablo. He's stacked on his Soul Stones. We'll see another kill onto Imperius. So we have a big, tough Diablo now. As they're going to steal the Tricky Goose's camp. 2 altars spawning in the mid and in the bot. As we're just trying to clear. These sappers look like you're going to hit. Oh, 6 sappers, but it's all wall and front tower damage. Orphea grabbing mid. Sylvanas grabbing bot. This is going to be 8 shots. Unless they can get in there and stop it, and they cannot. 8 more shots onto the core. I'm doing just fine, Dr. Evil. Had a great game 1, and now we're looking like we're going to have a great game 2. Stun does hit onto Atlas. Blessed Shield used, but the other stun, oh, Light Bomb used, Massive Shove counters it. Oh no, there's the Tazdingo as Zul'jin's walking away. Birdie saying massive. Oh, there's the Eternal Feast with the Entomb. A lot of damage up. There's the stun, gets 2 members from Imperius. Diablo will fall. He'll respawn immediately. Another massive shove. Why not from Stukov? There's the Wailing Arrow onto Imperius, and the chomp gets the kill. Johanna falls. Zul'jin trying to get out. Taps to be safe. So a 1 for 3 there, and Diablo's already back because he had full soul stones. So you get a weaker Diablo. But man, you are still to level 13. Are Black Arrows available? Are we just not using them? Looks like we don't think they need them. Are we going to be able to push this back? Zul'jin and Anduin. Tricky Gooses fighting for their lives here. Early play of the game, the massive shove onto the light bomb, maybe. But double stun onto a Diablo, and now he's dead for good. 35 seconds. As 2 altars are spawning. Leo's got a unstoppable. He's just gonna Ghost Walk,
The
Wraith
time is
Walk
now,
away.
heroes. Claim the altars
And it looks like Dahaka's trying to grab their altar completed. Carpe able to grab, steal the altar. So again, equaling up the score. Both teams level 14, both at 24 core health. Are we taking boss? You guys want to take boss? All right. And scouted. Light bomb, but unstoppable. A very low Leoric walks away, and the other members of Die for Vision at the bottom of the map say they have to give it. They're going to steal camps instead. With the tower being taken bot, 6 sappers are now walking through your bot lane. This is what a lot of people like to do on Towers of Doom. Double stun onto the... Ooh, Apocalypse misses. Eternal Feast misses. There's the Blessed Shield. Massive Shove comes out. Another stun. Diablo will fall. Ooh, stun onto 2 members from Imperius. Angelic Armaments popped. These sappers are still doing a lot of damage. Can Duck get out? There's the blind. Can they stop these 3 sappers? 1, 2, 3. There you go. So you get the kill. Level 16's available for Die for Vision now. And they're just gonna clear up. It looks like with the altars spawning, they're gonna have to... Tricky Goose is gonna have to clear up this tower so they don't get 5 shots at them. Level 16's now picked up for Tricky Gooses. We are going Mithril Mace for Leoric. Another quest to look out for. All members of Die for Vision have rotated top here. So in position, Dahaka's the only one up here. It's going to be 3-on-1. Sylvanas taking top. Dahaka's in a tough spot. There's the stasis, there's the silence with an Eternal Feast. Can we get Stukov though? Massive Shove is not so massive this time. Bottom altar was picked up by Imperius, and they are going to give. So again, with the boss being picked up earlier by Tricky Gooses, Die for Vision just equaling it out there. 16 level core, or 16 core health for both teams. Ooh, that teleport is down. Oh, she got the Wind Runner though. Able to escape as Sylvanas. Is the Entomb available? It is not. Dibble struggling into Zul'jin a little bit, it looks like. We have the tunnel opening in the middle of the map. Ooh, Diablo caught out. He does not have full soul stones, only at 43. Some early abilities used there to try and save that Diablo to successful. And camp. Looks like we're gonna focus camp, and the evade is here. Oh, Dahaka comes, Light Bomb goes in, hits onto Diablo, Massive Shove on Dahaka, Eternal Feast Apocalypse is going to really do some damage here, fighting on the point. Johanna falls, Zul'jin pops his unkillable Taz Dingo, but it's 3 for 1. Dahaka and Stukov fall. Can we get Leoric? Ooh, the stun is there, very low. Can Zul'jin get there in time? He can! A team wipe. 5 for 2 in favor of Tricky Gooses, right as Althar's spawning. And again, Gooses did pick up that camp somehow. There was an Apocalypse, a Silence, and an Eternal Feast on that camp, and Tricky Gooses walk away with it. Knowing the team wipe happened, they're going to take bot tower from Die for Vision so they can get 5 shots instead of 4 on the core, and then go to pick up their own camp. What a much needed win on that fight for Tricky Gooses. Just felt like struggling so much of the game. Both teams at 11 kills apiece, but now core health in favor of Tricky Gooses, 16 to 11. Sapper camp was picked up. And are we going to try and hold this while the camp comes down? It looks like we just might. Ooh, Black Arrow's used early, but right as the team shows up, scares off Sylvanas, so not going to get a lot of use out of Black Arrows now. It's 40-second cooldown. Mithril Mace was completed. Zul'jin is fully stacked on his basic attack quest. Of course, the Dahaka basic attack quest was completed. Looking at 3 more devastating charges from Diablo. Another massive shove. Can Johanna escape? She can. Walks right out of the silence as her Iron Skin was popped early. Oh, level 20s available. We're going to go Forest Medicine, Glyph of Faith, Apex Predator, Indestructible, and Impervious. 20s just around the corner here for Die for Vision. 2 Alter Phase coming up right now, 30 seconds. Thanks to Lexi Decimal. Welcome, rating with a party of 5. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for coming, girl. Ooh, Dahaka falls though mid. I was too excited about the Lexi Decimal raid to see Sylvanas get the Dahaka. So full Soul Stones for Diablo again. Ooh, there's the Hellgate. There's the peel from Johanna. Ooh, the Buried Alive has come out. Level 20s are online. Eternal Feast helps capture that Imperious. And ooh, does this, oh, Silence just barely misses Carpe Diem. The slow is there. Again, we have Push Comes to Shove from Stukov, Eldritch Conduit for Orphea, Hellgate for Diablo, Buried Alive, and Deafening Blast for Leoric and Sylvanas, respectively. And there you go, taken back. Oh, Doc in some trouble. Does he have his Iron Skin? Oh, there's the pull. Indestructible still pops, though. The heals are there. Buried Alive misses. There's another Iron Skin. Windrunner being used to chase down. There's the stun. And there is a Johanna death. Just going the opposite way of his team, it looked like. Johanna will fall after Indestructible and Iron Skin was used. Imperious has respawned. 2 Sappers connect onto the tower. Black Arrow's available. Are we able to stop Sylvanas? Or is she going to try and take this tower? Very low now is the tower. Orphea picking up Siege Camp. 10 core health to 11 core health. Very back and forth game is correct. 1 altar though spawning in the bot. Leoric not quite there yet. 17 seconds on Johanna, so she might be a little late here. Oh, and do we have an engage? Knowing there's no Johanna. Silence comes out. Windrunner. Wailing Arrow. Hellgate Buried Alive. And the Entomb. There's the Light Bomb hits, but doesn't matter. Dahaka falls. Imperious falls. With no Johanna. Sappers hit. There goes your tower. In the bot lane. That is Tricky Gooses in trouble of losing their very first match now. 5 shots onto the core. Ooh, are they going to make a boss play, or are we just clearing mid? Trying to take... Oh, there's the ping saying, let's defend this. Sylvanas goes very deep onto the Johanna. Johanna peels off the wrong way into Leoric. Had to use Blessed Shield just to get away from Leoric, as it looks like another massive shove there, and it will slow Zul'jin's return. Uh-oh. Now they might go boss, having to clear. Let's see, will they do it, or are they going to 6 cap? What are we doing? 6 cap? Looks like we're going to clear that lane so the minions show up. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like the 6 cap. You could have easily gotten the boss while they clear, knowing that the bottom tower was going to be taken back before this was, so you can't 6 cap. You decide to take top camp and top tower. Mid tower has been retaken. So now you're just moving from the bot lane to the top lane when you could have gotten 4 shots on the core on a 2 altar phase coming up here. Oh, are we flanking? What are we? Duck on the other side of the team. 3 Sappers very close to making it in here. There's Buried Alive. The pull is there for Zul'jin. Now you have no assassin. Zul'jin has fallen. Light Bomb hits. Very low are the members of Die for Vision, but Apocalypse comes out. Another pull. That Glyph of Faith coming in handy. Another two-man stun here. 5 seconds. And one of these will win. One of these will win. Having 5 structures available. Ooh, Dahaka trying to burrow and trying to cap early, but there's no assassin on the side of Tricky Gooses, and Dahaka will fall, and that's GG. The first loss of the season, first match loss of the season for Tricky Gooses comes at the hands of Die for Vision. What a game. A domination by Die for Vision to the undefeated team. My goodness. What what a great 2 games. I'm going to try and set up an interview with the captain of Die for Vision, looking at 7 Diablo deaths on the side of Die for Vision, and then 1 on everyone else. So your tank's doing its job. Wow. Meanwhile, 7 deaths on Dahaka, 5 on Johanna, 4 on Imperius. Anduin and Zul'jin did a great job of staying alive. We're going to update some scores for everybody right now. I do have an interview coming with the captain of Die for Vision as I update some scores. And there we have it. That's what your scores look like tonight. I'm setting up. And I will be right with everyone as I get this underway here. Make sure you can hear it. Shemhat, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. So, congratulations on the domination tonight. How are your team feeling?
We're pretty happy. We played really well and really strong, so we're feeling very good right now.
So, going into this, were you aware that Tricky Gooses has yet to lose a match all season?
Yeah. We did know that.
And now let's go to game one. Tricky Gooses picked Cursed Hollow, and you answer the Samuru Abathur with uh, Lost Vikings. Is that something we've practiced a few times?
We've played it a couple times. Not with the intention of whipping it out in NGS, but just like for fun and to kind of give ourselves a little bit of extra room to pick a variety of heroes. So
Well, it certainly worked. I remember the XP soak from Vikings was just the same as Abathur and Samur combined, so it seemed to work well with just the pressure in the top lane. And then game two, a little bit different, a little more conventional comp for you guys, and then Tricky Goose is going double bruiser. What's your strategy on Towers of Doom? Because I feel like there's some differing opinions on how to play that map.
yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't want to give too much away.
Of course.
I would say from earlier experience this season, protecting our bot lane and playing controlled in the bot lane is kind of a big deal for us. We've had some weak games on Towers of Doom and have had to make adjustments. And then we definitely rely heavily on the double soak, which Michael did a fantastic job of on Leoric, while we do like a heavy push in the bot lane. So that's what we ran with tonight.
Yeah, the double soaking was there in stats. It's looking Leoric with a 31,000 soak compared to Dahaka's 26,000 as I have that in front of me. So that was great. A lot of people saying play of the game was the massive shove as soon as Light Bomb was cast from you. So
Oh my gosh, it was pure luck. It was a perfect light bomb and a sheer luck shove on the Imperius, and yeah, that was a pretty big highlight for us too.
So shout out to you for that one, and Modest as well. And then when you're coming down to the wire there in that Towers of Doom game, you decide let's take top instead of going boss. So you have the 5 cap available. Did you have a feeling that this is it? This is when we finish it, or are you still kind of on edge? What's going on in comms when it's down to the wire and you kind of have that chance to win?
Oh man, it definitely was getting a little bit. There's a little bit of stress there. We had thought about going for the boss, but because it wasn't going to get us the win, we decided to put pressure in the lanes to keep them playing defensively. And then I would say, yeah, we were freaking out in the top lane. The shrines came up, and we knew Dahaka was going to dig into the bag. It wasn't going to be just like an easy send one to our side to cap. So we were pretty stressed out pretty much until we got the Dahaka pick, and then I think we realized that we were closing in on the win.
Right, I think it was you
But
got
so good.
Zul'jin at the defense of the sappers, and then they had no assassins all of a sudden, and then Dahaka again at the altar, and it worked out for you. I mean, congratulations, taking down the undefeated team in B East has to feel good. You have any shout outs you want to give before I let you go?
Yeah, I really want to shout out my team tonight. I think everybody showed up. We've had a rough couple of games, and none of them let it kind of deter them from playing really well and having fun tonight. So I'm happy to be a part of this team and have such great teammates. And then a shout out to the casters. Always great, to have us casted. And Tricky Gooses was really fun to play against you all. We were very nervous going in, and it was a great couple of matches. So thank you.
Well, there you have it. Die for Vision with the domination over Tricky Gooses tonight. Shamat, I'll let you go. Thanks, and great work tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
So there it is. There you have it. That's the game tonight in NGS Season 9 Division B East. Tricky Gooses falling to Die for Vision. What a great game. Nani saying GG, thank you for the cast. GG to you as well, Nanani. A tough loss tonight.